Coming up, we'll take a look at SharePoint communication sites, a new way for you to publish your content, reach a broad audience, and further power your organization's intranet. We'll show you how to create a fast, beautiful intranet communication site that works across devices, use our new out-of-the-box site designs to quickly get started and also incorporate your own look and feel, easily author pages that use SharePoint web parts to add rich capabilities and pull in data from other services, and interact with your readers and get usage information on how your site and content is doing. SharePoint has always been at the core of collaboration, whether you're storing and working together on files and lists or building team sites on your intranet. With our vision of the modern intranet, we're now expanding to deliver an out-of-box experience for broad internal communications. Communication sites will make it easy for you to have a fast, beautiful, mobile-ready intranet site to share your finished content and messages and to interact with people across your organizations. These sites are great for upcoming events, campaigns, or product launches, for teams to share their insights and expertise on topics, and many other scenarios where one of the key goals is to communicate effectively and broadly. This is the homepage of a communication site that we built in a short amount of time for our example company Contoso as we get ready to launch a new service offering for adventure travel. As I scroll the homepage, you'll see a rich set of functionality that we've been able to easily create that shows images with links to key pages in our site, a variety of content that's important for us to showcase and make available for our readers, and data from different services across Office 365 like Microsoft Stream and Yammer. In the next few minutes, we're going to take you through this site in more detail. For now, I want to show you how to get started. Here I am in SharePoint Home, a familiar experience used by millions of customers each month. To get going with my new site, I select Create Site at the top of the page. And when I do, I'm presented with two options, a team collaboration site and a communication site. When I choose to create a new communication site, I have some initial designs that I can start from. We're delivering these to help you quickly and easily get going and be more productive. We also provide a blank site if you want to start from scratch. If you choose a design here and you want to modify it as you build your site, you can do that. In the future, we want to make it easy for you to create and add your own site design options and have them available for people in this experience. I'll select a report site. This design has a nice balance of static and dynamic data that not only helps get my readers the information they need, it also highlights news and events that change regularly. I'll give my site a name. I can also add a description if I want. Then I'm ready to create the site. Within a few seconds, I land on the homepage. We start you with a ready-to-go homepage layout, and I can see the SharePoint web parts that were included as part of this site design. This hero web part at the top of the page is a bold and beautiful way to greet my site's audience, and it lets me link to key headlines and content. Moving down the page, here's the SharePoint News web part, a new Events web part that we're going to be releasing, as well as recent documents. These all have helper text to make it easy to understand how to get started. Now that my site is available, I want to build a page that provides an overview of the Adventure Travel program. I'll click on New and select Page. And here you see another instance of the site's pre-configured design helping me get started. I can choose between a blank page, a page with multiple columns and pre-configured parts, or a page in a single column layout. I'll start with a single column layout. Almost immediately, I land on the new SharePoint page authoring experience. I've used this before to build out pages and team sites, but now I can do much more. First off, I'll add a title to the page. We've got a set of images that we're going to use in our site, and I want to add one of these to the title area. I'll go ahead and select an image. This one looks good. Add that. As the image uploads, I see that I want to adjust it to control exactly what's showing. So I can just drag this to move it and make sure more of that sunset shows in there. Okay, that looks good. The next thing I want to do is fill out my overview page. The placeholder text on the page here helps me learn about using the rich text editing part. I've written a doc in Word that I want to be able to reuse, so I'll just quickly copy it over and paste it in here. And very quickly, my document comes in. Now you see I have a number of formatting here. I've got bold, underlined, a table, a bulleted list. It all comes in intact. As I said, we've got a number of images that we want to be able to use in the site. And I want to go ahead and grab one of those and just drag it right over to my page and drop it in there. It uploads to my page. That looks great. Really easy to get it in there. It's a little bigger than I want. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is add another section, and I want to show you something new that we're introducing, and that is section layouts. We now have the ability to add multiple column sections. So I'm going to add a 2-column section, and I'm going to go ahead and just drag this image right into that section, and it automatically resizes for me and looks great. I also think it would be good to have some text next to that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this content and add in a text web part next to that and just paste that right in. If I want to add some formatting to that, I'll go ahead and make that bold to add some emphasis. Okay, that looks good. The next thing I want to do is we've got a variety of documents, and I think it would be great to have those as resources on the page. So I'm going to select a 3-column layout here and put that on there. And then I'm going to add some documents right into that. And upload. This one looks good. I'll go over to the other column, add another one. That one looks good. And one more. Okay, I think these 3 documents will be useful resources, and I actually want to call out that they're resources, so I want to add a little header over there. I'll make that a heading. Okay, looks good. The next thing I want to do is we've got a variety of images that showcase our destinations, and I want to add those into my page. As I scroll below the section layout area, we've got a variety of new web parts that will be available. I'm going to use the image gallery web part. I'm going to go ahead and select all of these images and very quickly and easily upload all 6 images. And boom, they drop right onto my page. I'll add a title to that. That looks good. The last thing I want to do is use another one of our new web parts, and that's our people web part. I'll add that. And I can go ahead and add some of my colleagues. And as I type, it connects to my corporate directory and pulls up their information. So I've got Alyssa's name and her title. I'll add another colleague who's working on this program. I'm working on it as well. And what SharePoint demo would be complete without Jeff Teeper? Okay, so that looks good. I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and save that to take a look. My table's in there, my formatting. I've got my text next to my image. My resources are available. Our destinations look great. My people looks good. I'm going to go ahead and publish that to my site. Now I'm going to go back to my site's homepage. The homepage of my site is just like the page I just showed you. I can open the toolbox and add web parts and section layouts. I can go ahead and customize it to make sure it's exactly what I want. So that's a brief look at how quick and easy it is for me to start building a fast, powerful, attractive site to communicate with my audience, whatever the purpose is. I'm working with my colleague Alyssa on this project, and we've been building this site together, and now she's going to show you more of what we've been able to create.
So here's our Contoso adventure travel site built and ready to go. In the past, a polished site like this would have been a multi-tiered process with a lot of SharePoint expertise and developer hours needed. But now you can easily create a site just like this in a fraction of the time. Andy showed you the start of our site and how easy it is to get going. We're now getting ready to launch our site and the overall adventure travel program to our organization. Let's look at some of the key things we built to really make it shine. First off, we've added our program's custom logo that is automatically applied to all pages throughout the site, making consistent branding easy. The hero web part highlights the most important pieces of content on our site, and you can use your own custom images to invite readers to learn more. As we scroll the page, we now see that news posts have been added to the page, as well as a section on key documents, keeping our audience in the loop and up to date on the stuff we're working on. And it's all dynamic. New content will just show up. We have a series of upcoming training sessions intended to build awareness here in the events web part. And to add context to the trainings, we have a new web part for Microsoft Stream that brings the power of video content directly into our homepage. These videos are playable without leaving the page, another way for us to engage our audience. We also have an easy-to-use forum for enhancing collaboration with an embedded Yammer discussion. The People web part at the bottom of the page makes contacting us easy with live people cards that on hover provides both important contact information alongside a relevant view of the content a person is working on thanks to intelligence from Microsoft Graph. You can see that building the home page is fast and simple. Now let's take a look at another page in the site. The editable top navigation allows us to easily place important links in a high visibility spot. We've linked one of the key pages we built directly into the navigation right here. The page is called Where We Travel. Right away, I can quickly see how well the page is doing based on the likes, comments, and views on the page. We use the power of Bing Maps to pin various adventure locations we have to offer. The 2-column layout used here works well with relevant text next to the map. From there, more detailed trip itineraries are shown in the table below, along with a gallery of awesome images from past trips. Multi-column sections give us an easy way to show relevant information side by side in one clean view. Down below, we see comments from readers letting us know what they think about the article. Here, we can respond to questions and stay engaged with our audience. As you can see, it's easy to build these beautiful pages for anyone in your organization. And we also want to make sure that they look just as great across a range of devices. All of our site designs, pages, and web parts render responsively across screen resolutions. We also make these work seamlessly with native experiences built right into our SharePoint mobile apps, so site visitors can consume and engage with your pages anywhere. Let me switch over to my phone and show you how this looks in the SharePoint mobile app. The first thing I see on my phone is a notification that tells me Andy has just published a news post to the site. With these mobile notifications, your readers will be even more in the loop. I'll open that and go directly to the news post. I've landed on the page expanding our adventure travel destinations. As you can see, it's fast to load, easy to read, and looks great on my device. I don't have to be at my desk to know exactly what's going on with my team. I have full access to the dynamic experience the author intended. So now I've taken a look at a news post. Let's take a look at the full adventure travel site in the app. This is a site I'm already familiar with. The site navigation is identical, so it's easy for me to find exactly what I need. Here's the program overview page that Andy authored before. All the content from tables, bulleted lists, images, and documents show up great on my phone. Again, it's easy for me to consume from any device and keeps me connected to important content, sites, and people from across my internet while I'm on the go.
Alyssa just showed you more of what's possible with communication sites. Our site has been out there for a while within Contoso, and I want to see how it's doing. On this page, I have a view of our site and content usage that's intelligently generated for me by the service. I see in this chart that my daily unique users is trending up, along with my overall page views. I can see here who are the most active readers in my site. As I scroll down, I see what pages and files are getting the most views, and since these are some of my core program content, that's good to see. Overall, this gives me a snapshot into our site and my content usage, and in the future, we'll be adding more site usage and insights into this experience. And finally, let's go back to where we started on SharePoint Home. Communication sites are fully integrated into both the SharePoint Home experience and also the SharePoint mobile apps. At the top of SharePoint Home, you see the personalized news roll-up we've recently introduced. This intelligently provides me the news from the sites and people that are important to me, and here I can see several news posts from our adventure travel sites showing. Communication sites also show in these site cards here, and both the news and the sites show up in my SharePoint mobile app. Having my communication sites show up fully in the SharePoint web and mobile app experiences helps me get broad reach for my content and my site. And one more thing I want to end with quickly is some innovation we're delivering in search. I'm going to use Contoso as a very general query, and as I type, the first thing I want to show you is that suggestions come up for me that are personalized for me. You can see news, articles that I've viewed, all show up here immediately as I type. As I go to the search results page, you'll see this is also personalized for me. You'll see Adventure Travel is the top site, and the files are also ones that are most relevant to me based upon what my colleagues and I have been working on. So that was a quick preview into the new communication site experience that we're delivering in SharePoint. In a very short amount of time, and without being a deep SharePoint expert, I can create fast, fully functional, attractive communication sites that work across devices, that pull in data from services across Office 365, and that help me reach and engage with my readers in my organization. Check out the links below for more information. Stay tuned over the coming months as we deliver the innovation we showed here with communication sites, pages and web parts, and updates to the SharePoint mobile apps. And thanks for watching.